Hi guys, welcome back to Tasty Plan. Today you'll be getting a full breakdown on the various CPF life plans. I know it's so confusing to understand it all. That's why this video is for you so that you can make better decisions with it. And before we get started, I'd like to invite you to click on the subscribe button below so that you get notified whenever I release a video and you'll be part of this community to make good financial decisions. So actually, standard plan is the plan that pays you the most per month basis. And escalating plan is one that gives you increasing amounts, which I'll touch on towards the end of the video. And basic plan is the one which I would recommend the most, but it actually does not give you that much. So without further ado, let me roll on the intro. Before we dive in, these are some parameters for this case study. So this is assuming you are age 55, and this is assuming the full retirement sum of 2020, which is $181,000. So what I'll be showing you over here is really going to shock you. Of course, the standard plan pays you a little bit more. You might feel I'm not intending to leave anything behind, but if you look in terms of total return, this is really going to make a difference. So this first part over here, if you see, a standard plan pays you $1,400 per month. We'll use the most conservative projections. Is that okay? So on the other hand, a basic plan pays you $1,276, which is just a mere $124 less. But if you compound it over time, there's going to be a difference, of course. And you see over here, the standard plan gives you a $23,000 more in terms of total payout. But what happens when I pull up this second chart over here? This is the bequest amount. A bequest is what you leave behind for your family members. And of course, if you add in a bequest amount, the difference is going to be huge. And this is the main difference. Over here, you see that standard plan leaves you nothing, zero by the age of 80. Is that okay with you? If that is, that's fine. On the other hand, a basic plan is going to leave you $143,000. So when you sum these two plans out, you'll be thinking, hey, what is the better return from these two plans? Standard plan pays you a total of $253,000. A basic plan pays you $143,000 in bequest and $230,000 cumulative payouts, which in total will be $373,000. This gap is huge. $253,000 versus $373,000. Which one would you prefer? For myself, I'll definitely prefer the basic plan. I'll nominate it to any family member that I prefer, and this real return is significant. I'll use my own investment income to make up this difference of $124 between the basic and standard plan. I don't know if it's a strategy that you want to adopt. I'll share with you a bit of history on the escalating plan. It was issued in 2018 January, and that was because there was feedback from people that, hey, there's not enough choices in CPF Life, and the main concern was this payout is not inflation proof. That is why the escalating plan is there to solve the issue for you. And by choosing escalating plan, you realize that you settle for a slightly lesser amount at the start, $1,000.98, but this amount is going to increase 2% every year, maybe to reflect increase in food costs, transport costs, etc. And by the end of age 95, if you see over here in this chart, if you live to that long, the payouts are significantly higher. Your total payout is $1,989, which is much more than the basic and standard plan. So I would suggest, if you are considering to get more payouts, it's even better to take the escalating plan versus the standard plan. The total payouts by age of 80 is roughly the same. But if you happen to live very long, to have a very good and long life, the escalating plan is going to give you the most in terms of return. So consider this option if your main problem that you are thinking of is how to make sure that you have enough resources for the rest of your life. I've actually a further tip to share with you, and that is actually to defer your CPF life payouts to the age of 70, and this is a fantastic tip. And before that, I'd like to invite you to smash the like button below, because together we can reach every Singaporean and help them understand CPF life a bit better. So with that, when you defer your CPF life payouts, you're definitely going to get more, and I've exact figures for you over here. The first one is your monthly payouts will be stepped up from $1,276 previously to $1,682 per month on a basic plan. Now, you'll be thinking, what if you still happen to pass away at the age of 80? What are the total payouts versus starting to get at the age of 65? And I have figures to show you also. Previously, we calculated the total payout, bequest plus cumulative for a basic plan is $373,000, correct? Now, if you sum up these two over here, bequest plus your cumulative payouts, you realize it's $203,000 plus $203,000, which is $406,000. You get much more definitely when you defer your CPF life, and that is a fantastic method to get actually more from your CPF itself. Do you have any further questions? I'd like to invite you to leave them in the comment sections below. But before you go, I've actually a shortcut to show you how you can actually defer your CPF Life just in case it resonates with you. And over here, once you log in, go to My Request, and with a click of a button, you can actually defer your CPF Life payouts. I have a further video that might interest you, which is something that's quite controversial. It suits anyone that has enough cash flows and is prepared to go to financial freedom early. And this video over here, topping up to CPF, is not for everybody. It might interest you, and I'd like to see you there in that video also. With that, I'll sign off. Take care and goodbye.